cannot establish a religion and tell you that you have to follow that religion or you have to follow this practice in this certain way. Now, where in Daniel do we find an illustration of the free exercise part of the First Amendment to the Constitution? It's in the story that we find in Daniel chapter 6. Interesting that the first two clauses of the First Amendment to the Constitution are illustrated in the book of Daniel. You say, what story is that? You remember that King Darius, deceived by his advisors, gave a law or a decree that no one could pray to any god during a period of how long? During a period of 30 days, no one could pray to their God. Let me ask you, was Darius establishing religion? No. What was he doing? He was prohibiting the free exercise of religion. He was saying, you can't pray. He wasn't saying, you have to pray this way. He said, no, you can't pray. He's, in other words, trying to eliminate the free exercise of religion. And you know what happened? Daniel, as usual, he was very obedient to the king's civil laws. He was greatly respectful of the king. He prayed for the king. He was loyal to him. But when it came to the civil power, making this religious decree, violating the free exercise clause, so to speak, he opened the windows to his room, as he always did, 3 times a day. The Bible tells us that he was arrested and he was thrown into a den of lions. Let me ask you, what happens when the free exercise clause is violated? The immediate result is what? Persecution. That's what happened in the days of Jesus. That's what happened in the Middle Ages. That's what's going to happen at the end of time. This second land beast is going to make an image of the first beast, which means that because the first beast joined church and state, it used the sword of the state, it must mean that this second beast from the earth is also going to use what? Is going to use the sword of the state, because an image is a likeness. This beast that rises from the earth is going to be similar to the beast that dominated during the Middle Ages. And by the way, what was Daniel's only escape? The law of man could not deliver him because the laws of the Medes and Persians could not be changed. So who had to intervene to deliver Daniel? God had to intervene to deliver Daniel from the mouths of the lions. By the way, do you know that neither Nebuchadnezzar nor Darius really understood what God was trying to teach them? Because immediately after this experience, it's interesting, Nebuchadnezzar says, now I forbid anyone to say anything against the God of Daniel. Because if you say anything against the God of Daniel, I'm going to raise your house to the ground and I'm going to chop you up in pieces. Let me ask you, did he have a legitimate right to do that? Absolutely not. He was a civil ruler. He could not say that of the true religion or of a false religion. And Darius didn't understand either, because after this experience, he says, I command everyone to tremble and to fear before the God of Daniel.